What's going on, friends? Welcome back to the Honeystead. If you're new here, my name is Kaylee. I'm a beekeeper, herbalist, all the things. I feel like I have to say that all the time, but there are so many new faces here. So I think it's a good idea to go ahead and kind of like introduce myself to you guys again, or possibly for the first time. Today, I think we need to blend up a tea. There's gonna be, I got a little bit of a special occasion that's gonna be, well, I'm leaving tonight, pretty much, on a quick getaway. That is gonna be really special. So we're gonna blend up a tea for the occasion and talk about it. Come on. Okay, friends, I think I got everything together. I've got some measuring cups. I've got my big old stainless steel bowl. I've got a spoon. I've got a mason jar, a funnel, measuring, I already said that, a plate, because y'all know who I am. I make a mess. And then I grabbed a few of the herbs. We might add one more in. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of want to see it and smell it and see what I think, and then we'll decide from there. But this is going to be a little bit of a special blend because we are, I'm actually sneaking away just for a little bit. By the time that you guys actually watch this video, I will already be back at it, but hopefully I'll be able to like grab a couple of clips while we're there to just celebrate and just enjoy. But I am going to one of my favorite beaches that I used to go to when I was a little kid. My memories, my summers growing up was pretty much always in North Carolina, always up and down the coast, between Emerald Island, Topsail, Virginia Beach, Outer Banks, Onslow Beach, back when the Marine base was open, because my grandpa, he's a retired officer in the Marines, still living down in Jacksonville, North Carolina, which we are also going to be able to meet up with him and my Thai grandma, so I'm super pumped about that. Actually, I've got another herb that I think I'm gonna add just by saying that. Okay, I'll grab that. This is how sometimes blending works, okay? Like you say something and then you're like, oh yeah, I need this herb. I think this is gonna happen. So this trip is not only just a little bit of a getaway, but we are also celebrating my grandmother's 92nd birthday. Today is actually her birthday. I probably won't be able to see her this evening. By the time I get there, it's already gonna be, she'll probably already be in bed, but I will be waking up and celebrating with her tomorrow, and my mama, and then also my aunt who is visiting from Las Vegas is up as well. So this is gonna be a really special getaway, and my daughter is gonna be able to go with me, so I'm really pumped to have that like quality time with her. But this tea blend, back to the reason why we're here, this tea blend I want to be very nourishing. I want it to be uplifting. I also want it to be refreshing, you know, something just in case if it's a little hot. And then I do want it packed full of vitamin C, and I also want it packed full of antioxidants. I tend to really make sure that this time of year I'm really hitting hard on a lot of the herbs that are adaptogens, especially mushrooms, and then of course making sure I'm getting enough antioxidants, which are your berries, you know, your fruit. Those are the red things, you know, that is packed full of antioxidants. But vitamin C is also very important as well. So let's talk about the herbs. First one, which I think is gonna be one of the main herbs that's gonna go in this, is lemon balm. So lemon balm has that very citrus-like flavor. Outside of the flavor, it's very lifting. It's very happy. It's gonna kind of just, you know, make you feel like, euphoric in a way. I love lemon balm. It's great for your stomach too. But I love the smell. I love the taste. I think this is gonna be really good in this tea blend. The second herb that I chose, I'm not really going in order, but the second herb that I have here is hibiscus. Hibiscus is packed full of antioxidants. So good. It makes your tea just super rich and red. The other thing that hibiscus offers is that it's also very cooling. So if we are out in the heat, this is going to kind of keep our body temperature a little bit lower in a way. Now, I grabbed this last minute because I definitely think, after talking about who is coming to this trip for us to be able to see, this is a Kaffir lime leaf. Now, you'll see a lot of this in some Thai cuisine. I actually have my own Kaffir lime tree that my Thai grandmother started from seed. She has got this tree that's massive. It's probably like 30 years old, I think, at least at this point. But she has a beautiful Kaffir lime tree that she's kept alive for that long. And then I have one as well that she has gifted me, and I've kept it alive. I actually took our leaves and instead of, you know, keeping them in the freezer, which I do, I decided to freeze dry. Now, the flavor is a very, like, it reminds me of like a coconut. I don't know, I love it. Like, if you have ever had like a curry dish, if you've ever had curry, you probably have the little bits of the Kaffir lime leaf in it. But it has kind of like a creamy, limey smell, coconutty in a way. So we're gonna add a little bit of that in there for flavor. I also wanted to go ahead and add a little bit of oats. This is the Avena sativa. These are dried oat tops, very nourishing to your nervous system. I also think, you know, every time I was a little girl and I would go to the beach, I loved seeing the sea oats. So why not add a little bit of oats to this blend? And then I wanted to play around with some goji berry. Now, goji berry is one I do very much just love the flavor. Again, it's that red, so it's gonna be packed full of antioxidants, super good for your heart. The berries themselves, you know, eating them as they are, they're very mild. But then you have that little bit of tang. So I think all of this will complement with each other. And then the last one that we're gonna add in is a little bit of orange peel, dried orange peel. Now, I highly recommend that you can dry your own. Super easy. Make sure that you wash your oranges. Try to get organic oranges. Wash them really good. When you are going and you're peeling that orange, instead of just, you know, tossing it out, there's a few things that you can do with orange peel. You can mix it with vinegar, make your own cleaning supply, but you can also chop them up in little bits and then add them to your tea blends. You can even tincture orange peel. But I figured a little bit of citrus will make this blend all kind of tie in together and kind of have that little bit of a beachy vibe. The other thing too is just packed full of vitamin C. So that is all, I think, what is gonna go into this tea blend for now. I'm gonna start measuring this out. I do have to get a notebook so that I, you know, remember what we did so we can recreate this again, since this is gonna be my first time ever blending this tea, but I think it's gonna be really good. I can't wait to try it. The first one that we're gonna add in is lemon balm. And I'm gonna add 1 cup of the lemon balm. Man, every time we blend up a tea, I'm like, man, I wish you guys could smell this. It is so good. Then, because I know that I really want to focus on nourishing the nervous system, I also want to add 1 cup. So 1 cup of lemon balm to 1 cup of Oat Tops. Let's make it look pretty. I think that's pretty. Now, the Kaffir lime is a little strong, and because it's freeze dried, if it's regular dried, I think I would probably do more, but because it's freeze dried, I know it's already gonna be a little bit stronger, so I'm gonna do 1/2 cup of the Kaffir lime. And I'll more than likely do 1/2 cup of hibiscus as well. Ooh, look how beautiful that is. Let's see. I really like how that looks. I don't want to go too crazy, but let's do 1/3 cup of orange peel. Now when I'm pouring, I am pouring directly into the cup. Let me shake it up, sorry. I'm pouring directly into the cup versus scooping so that we don't cross-contaminate. That's really gonna be gorgeous. And then with the goji berries, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'll do 1/3 cup as well. Maybe. All right. Oh, look how gorgeous that looks. To do a quick recap, this was 1 cup lemon balm, 1 cup of Oat Tops, 1/2 cup of hibiscus, and 1/2 cup of the Kaffir lime leaf, and then 1/3 cup of goji berry and orange peel. Now, I always tell people when you are blending, obviously one of the things that you want to make sure to consider is the flavor. So blending tea should be also based off of flavor, because if it doesn't taste good, you're not going to drink it. But 2, I want you to look at the actions of what they cause, like what do they do, and that's how you kind of like tier. You know, you've got your primary herbs, which my primary herbs for this are uplifting and nourishing the nervous system. And then also antioxidants, flavor as well. I know Kaffir lime has some medicinal properties. You can drink it in teas, you can eat it in food. And then of course, you know, adding a little bit more. Now, this is so pretty. I almost don't want to blend it, but it's okay, we have to, because we need to get on the road. And then once I look at this, I'll determine like, hey, you know what, maybe we want to add a little bit more of X, Y, and Z. But that's fine. So I will take my spoon and blend it all up. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Isn't that gorgeous? I am smitten, completely smitten with this one. So now all that's left to do is fill it. Fill the jar. I was debating on actually taking like the like a little bag of it, but I think the jar is pretty. This is why we do things on a platter. If you guys, I mean, you have been around hopefully for a little while, so this is nothing new, but this is why I do things on a platter. Now, last thing to do, we need to label it. When it comes to tea blends, I tend to pick out a very fun name for a tea blend. Something uplifting. That is the one thing that when I went to herbal school, that my teacher taught, is to make sure that you name something positive, you know, and it's inviting, uplifting, happy. So I think this blend needs to be, it's probably going to be beach vibes. Honestly, I think it needs to be beach vibes, but outside of just the beach vibes, I also think that it would be delicious. I think it would be delicious, not just at the beach. Now, if you cannot get Kaffir lime leaf, that's okay. I know it's not a very common one. If you are trying to hunt for it, definitely go to like the Oriental markets, the Asian markets. You might be able to find like a live tree. I will put all of the ingredients and the scientific name down below in the description of this. Also, I want you guys to do your own research and be mindful of what you are using prior to using it, because not every herb is right for every single individual, and some of them have contraindications. That's where I think it's important for you to do your own research, because it's only going to make you a better herbalist. And yeah. Okay, I'll be back. Of Beach Vibes tea. What do you think? Good?
Very good. Delicious.
Okay. All the ladies in this house said that it is a yes. So
toes up.
they said toes up. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and learn something old. Bye guys.